up the alien team. I'm going into spectator now. Alright, so that's the end of game 1. We will see game 2 on Summit with Danger taking the role of aliens and seeing what tech they go for with that hive. As I really feel it does sort of dictate the flow of the match, what aliens do choose to take for off that initial hive, or whether they go for the hive drop.
Now, what do you think, Arkanti? Do you reckon we'll see an upgrade first, or do you reckon we'll see a fast second hive?
I'm worried we'll see another cloak. If not, I think they're going to go for a second hive straight away.
Alright, while we're waiting for the players to get ready, I'll end this video, and we'll be back with everyone when they're getting ready to start.
Yeah, see ya.
Alright everyone, we can see here we've got a data call and then a sub. This is game 2 of Danger vs CMA, week 1 of ENSL.
Yep, and we've got the Hunter here as CMA's commander with Radstar as the alien com. A couple of Marines staying in base with 3 pushing out into Crossroads, trying to lock that down early.
And in the last game, that was a tactic of CMA to get into the middle of the map and just start to control and try and dictate the terms.
Yeah, definitely, I believe it is one of the most powerful options in Summit. Crossroads is so important. Even if they don't try and get that res, they have easy access onto any other point of the map from there, and you can just control the flow from it. And
one thing to note, that Danger have selected a shift hive straight up instead of a crag like we saw in the first game for CMA.
So definitely be going for celerity, or perhaps a forward shift. I believe with celerity, with the current shift nerf and the res that cost, I don't think that's sustainable in the early game. But we do see 2 Skulks moving in to try and stop these Marines in Heal Up.
I don't think they're going to stop it. They are going to town on that RT.
Yeah, they clear up the Marines, but that RT is going to go down. And Scott getting it just in time. Yeah.
And that's a killer blow first up, because as aliens, you spend a bit of especially the way they've gone shift, so they're spending some money on tech, and they really need those res nodes to build up the res so they can drop the second hive.
Yeah, that particular res node didn't even get finished, so no res was regained from that loss there. And more Marines possibly pushing down to vent quite easily. Yep, three coming down through pipe junction. They could kill this second res off, and aliens be in a lot of trouble.
And they're now pushing through hard. Iron Priest is there, but I don't think he's going to be able to stop 3 Marines.
Yeah, he's backing out. Looks like he's going to wait for some more alien backup here.
All the alien backup, or I should say all the rest of the alien team, they're sitting up at reactor at the moment. The closest one is Crossroads, and he doesn't seem to be going anywhere. He's still trying to take a Marine on at Crossroads as we speak.
Yeah, he doesn't even manage that. Skulk's Fate does take him down. He was sitting there in the little crevice there in the divot on Crossroads, and now with both early extractors down, aliens are not looking very strong here, but they're trying to get Killer back up again and flight control once they have the rest for it.
They have redropped Computer Lab, but with the easy access to that, we may see that go down soon too.
CMA have been very good with these aggressive pushes, though they have lost their own res. The only one they have put up so far is Reactor. Crossroads is actually up now, but Skulk's Fate is turning back around to defend it from any Skulks which may be coming down through glass hallway. Looks like he can hear it. And Naf is taken out.
And he dealt with that really well. Like, that was a clean, quick kill. Heard him coming and just put him away.
So this is a important moment for Marines. They have got phase take up. They need to get that phase in their base and into Crossroads, but to do this they need to hold Crossroads for a little bit longer. Actually, no Marines in there with 3 Skulks closing in. They can't afford to lose this res at the moment. It will delay them quite a bit if they lose this Crossroads position.
You can see here Peon, he's going to try and counter this attack here on Crossroads, but it is only 1 Marine against 3 Skulks. He probably doesn't realise that yet.
Skulk's Fate does come up and group back up with them. They do manage to take one of the Skulks out. Skulk's Fate left by himself, and he was already low from that last engagement in the Crossroads, and he was taken out by Iron Priest. 2 Marines coming down through maintenance to, it looks like they're trying to get into sub access here, but there is a Drifter sitting in wait, watching every move they do. And Skulks are on every corner of them, they can easily take them down, and with Crossroads is going to fall. I don't think this maintenance push is going to get very far.
wonder if they're just trying to, you know, sort of hold the aliens up, try and keep them busy, while the rest of the Marines spread out and capture res and capture map control.
Yeah, meanwhile, though, I think they possibly could have done better with pushing their Marines into crossroads. There's one down to maintenance, but they are still sitting there. The aliens aren't ready to push in quite yet. Some of the aliens have pulled out of crossroads, so it is just these two defending from sub-access, as the three is pushed down from maintenance here.
See the Marines here, they are getting right into the vent system there, trying to sort of really outflank them.
But the Marines, some of them were parasited, so they know that there are at least a few of them are in there. One skull gets taken out, but Nuff clears out.
And let's be honest, the vents are no place for a Marine.
Yeah, especially pre-shotguns. Skulk Fade looks like he may be able to take one of these skulks out before falling himself, but he does get killed by a Iron Priest, with Richter getting up the res line all across the north end of the map and Crevice now going up, but there is a skulk approaching stealthily from a summit.
You can see he's just sitting here, he'll wait for him to come through, then he'll drop down and have a bit of a nibble on him, and flight control has been claimed, hence the reason why that skulk is sitting there.
Yep, the hive is going up. It's just started here with an 8% grown. More Marines continually pushing down into maintenance, trying to keep a lot of pressure up on their base so they can get that res up on the other side of the map. Crossroads are now going up as well. And looks like they're going to be pushing into sub just as two lurks hatch out.
Straight away the spikes come out and push them back.
Push them into a vent. Actually, talking of vents not being the right place to Marine, Marine against a lurk in a vent, Marine actually does have the advantage, as the LMGs with the lurk not being able to dodge it dodge anyway, if at all, can go down quite quickly. But they are cleared out. They do leave the vent. They're pulling back into maintenance, and with two lurk spikes going down upon Peon, he has to get out of there back into vent.
Oh, and that was a big ragdoll effect too, of his body flying throughout the air. They dispatched him quickly. As soon as they saw he was alone, they just moved in for the kill. You see here there's a big rush going through crossroads. I wonder if they're going to be assaulting the new hive that they've seen being put in flight.
Have they scanned that one?
I haven't seen them scan it, but you know, you'd assume if they've been in Atrium, you'd assume that it'd be going up in flight control.
Yeah, well they've had that phase gate down for about, or phase takedown for about 3 minutes now. They've only just placed one in their base, which isn't quite built yet, so I'd say they'll be trying to get one in Crossroads. Though, having said that, they are leaving Crossroads, so it doesn't look like they're trying to get that phase tech up right now. That's a bit strange.
Looks like they're going for computer lab res, are they? Or no, they're pushing straight into flight.
Yep.
One from Summit and one from bottom at computer lab. Or should say two from computer lab.
Perhaps they'll be trying to place a phase gate over here on the southern platform, but no, they're just going straight up.
No, they are just going to put some hurt on that hive.
I think they will get cleaned up though, and there's quite a way to walk across the map again.
And it's a big open area, and those lurks are just going to tear them apart.
Yeah, so the Marines really have to get that exit face gate out. Crossroads is the most likely candidate. A few of them pushing down through glass hallway into Crossroads now, one through Pipe Junction, trying to come from all the angles on their side of the map.
You can see there, armor level 1 has been completed, weapons level 1 has been started, and also, the big one, shotguns have been started as well.
Yep, that'll prove very handy against these lurks. Scanning, and phase gate should be going down in Crossroads now, but they are pushing out once again.
Looks like they're pushing all through to Summit.
Yeah.
It seems like they're in two minds of what they're going to be doing here. There's no set path of what they're taking. Leap has been started by the alien team. Now that will help them to close the distance quite considerably.
But the Marines are taking down a lot of this res here. It looks like they were trying to get a phase gate in computer lab. They did place the power, but its infestation is everywhere. They can't.
And here come two lurks.
Two lurks coming down. Probably going to clear up these Marines. Yeah. Richter's sitting there trying to do that power while the lurks take out his buddy there, but he gets then taken out pretty quickly. With bites to the face.
But that power node, it is close to being completed, but there's not much point it being close to being completed. It needs to be 100% done.
I'd love to see CMA put a phase gate down once they clear out the crossroads once again. They really need that maneuverability out in the map. Can't afford to keep running over from data core to flight control. It's such a huge distance to cover.
Well, that's it. It's not exactly you know, a couple of meters away. It's a good probably 20-second run, 30-second run, and that it might only be 30 seconds, but in a game like this, it's a considerable amount of time.
And we do see the phase gate plonked down in crossroads.
While that's all happening, we've got the two Lurks and Peon having a good old battle here over at Vent. And Peon gets taken down.
Our hive is under attack.
Richter for the Marine team is on res duties once again. You see him hacking up Crevice now.
With the aliens opting for Shade Tech on their second hive, looks like some mid-late game camouflage. It won't be quite as powerful as it is in the early game, as the Marines do have a little bit more res to spare as the upgrades are finalizing, and that armor really stops that initial bite from being quite as effective, though it's still quite frustrating for the Marines to deal with.
You see here they're going armor level 2 as well, so that'll make them a little bit more durable yet again.
Marines having a little bit of trouble holding their extractors here. They did just save reactor, but it's on just on 9% of health, and Atrium has been put up again. Can't actually see it very well on the minimap as the pound note icon is there, but it looks like it may be taken out here as Richter is getting surrounded by these two skulks here, setting up a little ambush.
Richter is playing it smart. He is trying to stay back, make the skulks come to him, but at the end of the day it's still two skulks with leap. They're going to close that distance very, very quickly. You can see on here in the res nodes, the res nodes that have been built and the ones that have been lost, they are going blow for blow, where the Marines will come in and snipe one of their the aliens nodes. The Marines, they'll get one of their own taken out. So
unfortunately though, the aliens can sustain their tech pushes off less res than Marine teams, so if they are going equally on this run, it does put the Marines in a bit of a disadvantage.
Well, look, now the Marines have shot up to 6 reactors lost, and they've only got 3 operating at the moment, so
yeah, for everyone they lose now, it makes it harder to hold the rest in the future.
it seems that both teams are a bit of a stalemate now. It's like they're waiting for one to make the push, where Danger, they're quite content to hold sub and flight. If it seems to me as though they're just waiting for the Marines to either push in, or they're going to spot a bit of weakness and then it's going to move straight in.
Yeah, I'd like to see them push into Crossroads a bit after they do clear out these ones from Summit, and Lurcher goes down, Scorpion shotgun blast, taking, was it Slough there? Slough,
yeah, I believe it was, yeah.
And grenade launchers are researched in the Marine teams, so they may be going for a push into sub-access. No, they're pushing through into flight.
It does look like they're going to flight.
None of them do have the grenade launchers just yet though.
We'll have a look at the P-res of a lot of the players. You know, there's 3 of them there that they just can't afford it.
Yeah, and they're actually looping back around, sort of hovering through Crevice and Atrium. 4 of them being dedicated to taking out this Crevice extractor, while Skulk goes and cleans up Crossroads phase gate.
And it will be down before they can get back.
Just running out of energy at the very end there, but
still had enough to get the job done.
Yep. So Marines just opting to make their push on flight control, but looks at Richter actually pushing back to try and get some res, perhaps. He's actually probably asking the commander to place that res, but the infestation is cloaked here, and you probably can't see that he's having difficulty placing it, but it does go down, so they're getting Crevice while four aliens are pushing on these 3 Marines in Summit.
There's the first fade on the field.
Yeah, fade down to 9% health there. He has to pull out, but he does the tanking needs to, and the rest of the aliens just swoop through and clean them up with so much gas. Scorpion actually hiding out in the bottom vent here. Scorpion doing a lot of venting this game. Taking down another lurk here. Freem's going down as he tries to escape back to flight control.
And that's the power of the shotguns, you know, especially with the fades and the lurks when they try to overcommit. Nothing says I love you like a shotgun to the face.
Aliens sneakily trying to put this shift here, so forward spawning positions rather, in Crossroads, but it does get taken out as soon as it is placed, and Marines looking to get a second phase gate here, I believe. Gonna have to contend with all this infestation first, and with more aliens converging in their position. It's looking bad for Marines once again, so we're maybe seeing a 1-1 scenario here leading into this second map.
You see here the aliens, they are just swimming in res. Or I should say available res to them, so I don't think their command is going to worry about losing a shift or two.
Definitely. Though the Marines have been doing a good job of keeping that third hive position unviable for the alien team, so no T-res Onos yet, but that said, Naf and Slath are approaching the res required for that P-res Onos drop. Naf 5 or 6 res off now.
Naf still has a fair bit to go, but I should say Slath, sorry, but Naf he'll be coming up very shortly.
Peon turning around just at just the wrong moment in a computer lab as a Skulk leaps in from behind and takes him out, but Yakna does take out that Skulk and the Extractor as well, and he pushes down into building the power, perhaps trying to get another phase gate up, killing off the infestation to clear some ground on the floor for the commander.
And that area there around computer lab, it is a popular area to put the phase gates down. It's a nice area that is close to flight where they can just stroll on in and lay some hurt on that hive from long distance too.
Yeah, it's all a matter of actually getting that secure in the first place though, and he does not quite manage with 4 aliens coming down upon his head there. He gets taken out by a lurk, I think.
And a second chair has been dropped by the Marine commander at Atrium. So you see he's just trying to lock it down.
Have you seen any grenades on the field as of yet? I saw the grenade research quite a while ago, but not any pushing forward. Scorpion looks like he's going to lose this armory in ventilation.
I don't think we'll see any grenades here until they know that they've got an assault position. At the moment it'll just be a waste of res. I think what they'll do is we'll see is when they put a phase gate down, we will see them all, well not all of them, we'll see a good percentage of them grab grenade launchers and just go on for the kill.
Yeah, CMA appearing to have a bit of a disconnect with their expenditures and what they push forward with in post, but they have got quite a bit of res back again. Their vent is up, though they may lose it in the next few moments. Crevice and Reactor and Atrium are now up again with the phase gate up in Atrium, so they're not doing too poorly, though a hive has been placed in Crossroads.
But here's Richter with a shotgun, and it's bad news for those Skulks trying to get close to him when you've got a Marine in front of you with a shotgun.
Yeah, Reality doing a little dance in front of him, but he does fall, and this hive will go down.
Especially with those weapons of the 2 shotguns, done that quickly over the hive. But they better look out behind them. We can see the aliens come for a counter. Wow, that lurk was close to being down. Iron Priest there just got out by the skin of his teeth.
Aliens actually have a drifter all the way up in the Marine base, just outside of the observatory range there. That's pretty sneaky.
You can see it, they're just sitting off just to the right of the power node, or should they just below the power node.
Yep, so able to see all Marines as they come out of there from the south. Another phase gate going up in Crossroads though, so they may not need to pass by this drift to actually get on the south of the map. Power node is still up there, so they don't have to repair it, but the crevice is going down again. They did manage to retain Reactor. And with these high level upgrades coming out, we may see a swing in the Marine's favour pretty soon, though a Onos P-res limit has been reached by Reality, and he's probably going to switch over to that once he dies.
It'll be interesting to see here if once they set up that phase in Crossroads whether we'll see a grenade launcher rush.
Yeah, I'd like to see some use of that grenade launch tech coming out. Oh, that lurk is pretty low in Crossroads. I'd like to see one phase through and try and take that lurk out, but oh, Richter in Summit approaching.
And I'm pretty
he
rightfully gets away. There's not much point throwing your life form away just for that.
Definitely. Marines actually doing quite well, putting their extractors up immediately after they're lost.
A couple of drifters going through Crossroads there. Peon spots him and goes to town on him.
Oh, and actually managed to take out a Skulk as well on the same pistol clip. Tries to get back to base, heal up, and then resecure his position in Crossroads. But
and Computer Lab Res has been taken down yet again by Yak and Scorp.
I'm not sure what NAF is doing here. He's on 82 res. He could have gone Onos quite a little bit ago. He might be doing that now once he gets back into the sub-access base.
Well, the other thing is, what is Scorp, Richter and Peon doing? Look at the res that they've got on the Marines team. What are they waiting for?
Yeah, that's a very good point. So they could, it's not that they can't afford these grenade pushes, they just need to sort of group up and get together to stop defending for a little bit of a moment and make that push before the Onos comes out, but they may have just held on a little bit too long, and NAF, although NAF still isn't evolving, he's going up into the Computer Lab here, trying to defend the res.
I wonder if we'll see a jetpack grenade launcher rush from the guys that have that plenty of res. You see their Yak getting taken down out the front of flight control. I've been really impressed with the way the Marines are taking back Crossroads. I mean, there was a point there where I thought the Marines would have it in the bag and they'd never get Crossroads back, but the Marines, they just forced their way straight in there and just took Crossroads back.
Yeah, we do see in Crossroads here actually those grenades finally coming out, blasting down into the computer hallway and forcing that lurk into retreat. And yeah, I agree, I'm surprised to see how well these Marines have been pushing back after losing all these positions. Instantly just forcing themselves back into there and getting a hold down on most of the map.
Wow, and Scorp there, you know, putting the pain down with that grenade launcher.
Onto himself a little bit as well, losing some health there in the friendly fire, but some more grenades going down into that hallway should take out a Skulk, but that
bone wall, let's save their bacon.
Yeah.
Oh, that had to hurt. Reality there, getting taken down by the grenade launcher. And meanwhile, have a look at data core, Arkanti. They're having a good old chew on the power node.
Yeah, that finally coming into action, putting those clouds down and fucking boosting the hell out of that Skulk's bites there. I don't think the Marines have quite noticed yet.
No, Peon comes back and puts him out of his misery.
And it was also nano shield as well, so preventing that attack from doing too much damage. He does pull the drifter out, so he can reuse that.
And Scorp goes down with his grenade launcher out in Summit.
Was that a self-kill from the bones? I noticed sometimes the Marine alien commanders can put the bones down right in front of those grenade launcher units and make them blast themselves in the face a little bit. Marines retreating from Summit, trying to get some of that health back. We'd like to put an armory perhaps in Summit Reception, make this push come down real hard. Looks like NAF again going for data core power. Drifter pulling up behind him.
You see there the Marines, they have arrived in force at Summit. With an armory down as well.
Drifter and Data Core was actually attacking a Marine. But meanwhile, this hive is on 67% health in flight control.
And you can see there's a whip going up just in front of flight control there to try and deal with these grenades coming in.
Yeah, very aware of that. And again, those spikes going down in front of the Marines, actually Yaknut taking a few grenades in his face because of it. but they do have the armory just behind them there, so they can just run quickly back and heal up and restock.
And down come the spores. And a double kill there for Yak.
Yeah, let's splash some damage coming down from those grenades.
Even though the weapons are still on level 2, there's still a fair amount of damage to be had there by the grenade launcher. We've got Scorp down at Computer Lab trying to take control of it again. But he gets dispatched straight away.
I don't think the Marines know about this whip yet. They haven't had the range yet to shoot it enough to so
And
the
here
whip
we
knocks
go
back
now.
in the face. And here we go. They're going to be in for a bit of surprise.
Oh, and he
Quick to
ate
get
his
some
own
kill.
grenade. I bet they know about that whip now. And look at the jetpacks starting to come out. So not very long we'll see some jetpacks flying all around flight control.
Yeah.
Or will they go for sub?
Richter and Peon both on 100 res, and they have been for quite a while. Strange. Strange.
Oh, that lurk got hit pretty hard then by Yak's grenade launcher.
Yep, Yak doing very well, suppressing the aliens, trying to push in, retake that summit thing, but it does overshoot a little bit with Naf in that little nook in summit there.
And he's doing quite well considering that it is just him.
Yep, Yak actually doing pretty well with those rebounds there, knocking them around the corner back into the little spot where the Skulk was hiding out by in the observatory.
Have a look at Vent. Arkanti, we see a couple of Skulks and a Drifter, 3 Skulks and Drifter heading through Data Core. Well, we see a little bit of an offensive of their own. He knows they're there, he just doesn't know where they are. Oh, wow.
Great shooting by Scorp there. And if phase gate is down for Summit, I'd like probably the best chance they have of getting into this flight control hive is a arc push. There's also a whip down in sub-access, so grenades won't be very effective there either. Actually 2 whips, one hiding in the shades covering maintenance entrance.
I'd actually like to see him change it up, possibly by, you know, trying to make it as though seeing that they're going through Summit, and probably push more towards Computer. It'd, I think it'd take them by surprise if they tried it. So at the moment you can see the alien commander is building up the defences with the whip, and everyone's concentrating on, you know, that entrance from Summit.
More whips going down into that whip, and Yaknet almost gets taken out. Again there, another whip being in place, but it is taken out by Peon and Richter with shotguns, but it's finally taken out the Shade as well, which has been bugging quite a bit with the ink.
And you can see
Frames.
You see there the mobility offered by those jetpacks, with Richter able to just to fly straight in. And here's the Onos.
Yep, actually going on to that Onos. Like after he
it's
reached
actually 2
100
Onos.
res. Again, these Danger and CMA players loving their res limit here.
And have a look at this. A cloaked Onos ambushing 2 jetpacking Marines in vent. Skulk lucky to get away there. Down in sub there.
And he's able to get over to Computer Lab and start bugging that, but there are 2 whips down there already. People are going to get killed approaching that harvester, and he does get knocked out by Radster's whip. Lots of res for the alien team to just be placing down at the moment. There are lots more whips going down to flight control as well.
And down goes Yak with his grenade launcher by the Onos.
Aliens finally able to push back into the summer position with the 2 Onos in the field, and the Marines appear to have lost their window of opportunity here to make their final pushes.
see Exos started to be researched by the Marine team.
That is this the single minigun EXO for the moment though. Wouldn't like to see any of those pushed up against a competitive team. You're going to wait for those dual EXOs, and with Yaknet and I suppose by the time it's done, Pion being able to afford those, would be interesting to see if they can hold Atrium until then.
Weapons level 3 is almost up for the Marines as well, so that'll give them a little bit more bite to their weapons. And wow, Arkanti, have a look at the lost res nodes for the Marine team now.
Yeah, they've just been so diligent with putting them back up again, it just gives them so many to lose. But Reactor has been held for quite a while at this point, and Atrium as well, so really the rest of the Marines is quite good. Data core power going down, that Drifter once again assisting with Reality trying to...
And they've been beaten back to Data core.
And the power goes
down. But he goes down, yes.
So with that, they can't actually phase the Crossroads, so Crossroads is being taken out at this moment.
And here come the two Onos. They're not wasting any time, they're heading straight over to Data core to finish them off.
Yeah, the power will be up by the time they get over them. I think as long as any of the Marines have loaders. No, it's actually only just been available. This could be the end here. Yeah, and it looks like it. Though there's a singular IP up in Atrium, there's no way for the Marines to come back with this with the amount of res they're going to be losing with all the tech structures here down in Data core.
It's only going to be a matter of time, and once these Onos clear up in Data core, I'm surprised they're not already doing it, heading straight over to Atrium.
I just wanted to make sure that the Marines don't get any of that res back from these recyclers, so doing as much damage as they can to the base.
I mean, they know that all their tech was located at Data core there. They know they're going to be defenseless when they, when they rock into Atrium.
But Arms Lab is being put back up again, so they will regain up all their upgrades in just a moment. Though the loss of that Proto Lab as they were researching Exos did not actually get finished. Quite big for Marines, and they're going to be struggling to make any ground from this point.
It'll just be a matter of time before the aliens finish them off.
Yeah, with these Onos sticking together, I don't think they're going to get any of these straight Onos kills. Naf getting quite low, but with the other Onos and the Gorge here to back him up, he should be fine.
You can see the Marines there just about licking their lips when they saw that Onos go to run for cover, but there goes Slath around the corner to finish them all off, and I bet they didn't expect that. And there's the cloaked Onos. The Marines' worst nightmare.
Too much here with 4 Marines here with level 3 weapons that could actually kill this Onos off.
And he's down, he's getting close, and they'll chase him and finish him off for sure.
Yeah, it's a little bit too over ego with the little Onos stealth action there. So the Marines are trying to push back down into Dark Hole. Single Onos left in the field, with no other ones being able to afford soon, at least not with Pires, but wouldn't be surprised to see the aliens take Crevice and Crossroads in just a moment. They've got the map control to do so.
Well, as soon as they take Crossroads, we may even see, with the amount of res that the aliens have, may even see a Onos egg drop by the commander. Naf pushing through vent there, trying to save that RT. See there, Naf and Yak there playing around the corners there, hiding out to find each other.
Yep, we do need a third hub going down here. These Onos are in desperate need of Carapace or that region. Going down a little bit too quickly to these Marine forces. And he's saved by a bone wall there. Very good bone wall from Radstar, I believe. Yeah, Radstar in pipeline. Pipe junction.
Even Stomp would be a valuable upgrade for these Onos as well.
Yeah, definitely. They just need to make use of that map control they have earned with the loss of Data Core and Marines.
And once again, you can see the pluck from the CMA boys. They're starting to try and take the map back again. You'd think most teams would almost call GG once Atrium's there, but they just got that never say die attitude.
Yeah, it is good to see some else.
And that chair back in data core has been put down yet again.
I do have the advanced armory in Atrium, so not long being able to afford the protolab should they be able to secure data, but with a huge enemy force moving in, Gorge firebombing the power there. Naf actually might go down again if Pion turns around and tries to take out the Onos.
They're chasing him, and they're not going to let him go down. They're not going to let him go without a fight. Oh, beautiful bone wall again there by the commander.
He does actually get around there. Onos keeps running, but he's actually trapped himself under this thing. I'm not sure if the Marines know about it, but he's trapped underneath that walkway. He can't get away.
And there they see him, and he will go down.
So it's both Onos down for the Marine team, and they are probably going to be able to take down this hive. Very surprising turn of it. Would not have expected Marines to come back from that article loss.
Yeah, and just when you think the match is all sewn up, they put back an amazing offensive like that.
Definitely, CMA are quite strong on the Marine aggression.
And it's paying dividends in this match. I mean, look, we're up to nearly a 37-minute match already. I mean, it was a big hit by both those Onos going down, but you can see Naf and Iron Priest, they are getting close to that Onos territory again with their res.
Is under attack.
And Flight Control Hive is actually still on 50% and has not been healed since those initial bits of aggression from the Marine team. And it's down to 35 at this point. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Scorpion taking out of this skulk there, I think. Oh, it almost goes down, but he does heal sprayed to death by that Gorge there. And Gorge coming down to heal the Hive. I'd like to see the Marines make a consolidated push from Atrium to Flight Control though and try and finish that off. Really get back in this game by taking down that Hive.
Cool thing about that, in the space of 5 minutes, 2 hives when they were nearly on the brink of going down themselves.
Yeah, but they have to push soon or they'll lose that window once again. It is back to 50% from 35 just a moment ago.
You said they are making a push, but there's just no speed. It looks like they're claiming res rather than pushing through on that hive again.
And the whips will be growing as well, blocking and further slowing the entrance into flight. And that whip is finished, so they can only stand safely in that spot to engage the skulks, and the whip takes him out as Scorpion is trying to fight Iron Priest there.
And Scorp gets whipped to death. Wouldn't be a pleasant way to go.
I don't know, but look at the animations, I'd much prefer whip death than those skulk bites. Their teeth don't look very hygienic.
Well, I think we can all agree that we'd rather being killed by a whip and a skull rather than a cloaked Onos.
Sort of a charter boat, what charter boat situation.
And the aliens, they're putting up a big fight.
Peon taking himself out with some grenades in crevice there.
Have a look at data core, reality of the fade. He's going to town on the power yet again. Out there, Richter's coming back to stop him.
Yep, the Marine
and Peon as well.
Oh, reality so close to death. Marine Commander actually trying to put down a nano shield on the power there, but it did go down the orbs. Sometimes there's a little bit of a bug there with the placement of the nano shields. The power is still very low though. Okay, Richter is coming down as well.
And this has given aliens opportunity to take back Crossroads there. Well, not take back, but just clear the Marines out of Crossroads.
That said though, as the aliens move into the east, the Marines are pushing down to flight control once again. Though there are whips everywhere, that heal hive is healed back to 100%. So
but they can just stand back and just shoot that flight control from a distance.
Yeah, not easily though with the whips blocking the best vantage points, and with the aliens able. Actually, Marine getting a bit of advantage there from the bone wall as this Gorge is trying to push in there, actually blocked a little bit. And one Gorge goes down.
How could you do that to the lovable Gorgie?
One of them being a bit sneaky and spitting at them from behind before running away and cloaking on once again. Looks like he's going to sit back there and wait for the Skulk to push in before he offers some support.
And looks like that one whip that's stopping him from getting into flight control has gone down. So we might see them just push hard straight into flight here, just shoot back from a distance at the best vantage point.
Yep, Scorpion actually running forward to melee the hive with his bullets, but he does get taken down by some whips.
You can see a clog wall built by the Gorge there is preventing him from shooting flight control, which I didn't see before.
And another Onos hatches from flight control, so this is going to be the end of this particular push from the Marine team.
And it's another cloaked Onos. Two Onos. Commander there beaconing the Onos when he saw the money. Oh, Naf's getting very low, better watch out. He's got Slap there healing him on the way through. But leaving his poor little Gorgie undefended.
And we do have a Protolab back up with a few of these Marines grabbing their jetpacks, and Exo research probably up next on the agenda.
And look at the res by some of the Marines. They are just, the personal res, they are swimming in it.
Yeah, the only thing they really can be saving for is those Exos, so I'd like to see the Marine Commander put it down soon, though with these constant scans because of the camo it is delaying at quite a hefty margin.
Oh, and the bone wall there, stopping that jetpacker.
And
reality, yeah, that was beautiful.
In the midst of this battle, trying to get an extractor down as well. That is pretty greedy from the Marine team.
That is gutsy, especially considering there's two Onos in the vicinity. Arkanti, have a look down in sub here. It's been a sneaky attack here by two jetpacking Marines.
Oh, now trying
with
to go
grenade launchers.
Firing grenades down, but there was a whip actually knocking them back into themselves. And yeah, that
and that was
whip was not having any of it.
But they did get the fade though.
Oh, I did not notice that. That is a good advantage there. Well, short-term advantage to the Marine team, but more Onos. The two Onos are still around. Aliens still desperately need that third hive though. They can probably just afford to place Crossroads and just risk it going down. They have so much res.
Well, look, 160, you know, like in a competitive match, it's not very often that you've got too much res.
Yeah, or even just drop a third Onos. Oh, wait, no. There's no third hive. They cannot drop a third hive. They cannot drop Onos eggs yet.
Yeah, so they need to drop Crossroads.
Yeah.
Look at Richter just slashing that shift up there in Crossroads.
I think I've actually disconnected. Yes, my NS2 has crashed. I'll be back in just a moment.
see here Iron Priest was hitting the power node there, and he may go down, and he does. He goes down in pipeline. That power node, that doesn't have very much health. All they need now is another assault. If they don't repair it in time, and that'll be GG for the data core command chair. You see Naf here chasing Peon, the jetpack marine, all around Crossroads. Wonder if they'll be getting set up for another assault on data core, or if they'll be trying to change their tactic and head through to Atrium while all the marines are out playing at data core. You see Yakta, Richter and Peon, they're still swimming in P-res. And yeah, Peon's been buying jetpacks, but I don't think he's actually been buying. I think the commander's been dropping it for him because his P-res is still very high. We can see they've just dropped 10, so he has definitely bought one now. But he is just swimming in it. And the mobility offered to the Marines with jetpack, it's just extreme. They're able to get to places, obviously, what they're never able to get to, and just assault a hive, you know, within a couple of minutes. You know, can come with the alien commander, unless they've got the drifters down, they're completely unaware. The next thing I notice is there's a Marine jetpacking around your base. Naf yet again trying to hit the obs and data core there, forcing the Marines to beacon. Bone wall there at a pipe preventing, and Crossroads has been dropped, so we may see some Onos eggs coming down along with some Stomp and also some Carapace and some Crag Hive. Meanwhile we see Skulk to Fade going to town on the RT at Vent. Iron Priest trying to stop him, but Skulk to Fade, jetpacking up where he can't get him, he will take it down. Well played, Skulk to Fade. Now once again it's a bit of a stalemate here. You can just see the aliens, I don't know if they're waiting for the Marines to try something or if the Marines are waiting for an assault. But the aliens are definitely getting the upper hand now that they've dropped Crossroads. You can see here's a big push here by Nap in Crevice. But Skulk to Fade trying to chase him down and make him pay. But he will go down by reality here.
And I'm back, so we do see a Crossroads hive up. Have they? Yep, they've got Carapace and Regen.
Yeah, straight away, like I think probably about 30 seconds after you left, they dropped Crossroads.
I've said it about 3 or 4 times throughout this, but I think this might be the death knolls of the Marines here, but...
You see here, they've been taking
that,
nibbles at the data core chair here with the
power. Of upgrade up for the Onos and the rest of the alien lifeforms on the field. I just don't see how aliens can lose from here.
They've been taking constant nibbles at that data core power, and probably about 3 or 4 times now the Marine commanders had to beacon everyone back to data core, and every time they do that the Marines take a little bit more of the map.
Yeah, and the Onos, it does look like it's going to go down in Crevice here, so aliens are actually showing us how exactly they can lose from here.
And there he goes down in Crevice, or more towards Summit there.
So data core is being bitten upon again. The Nashio does go down as 2 Marines spawn in, so Slaff is going to have to get out of there. He does go down though in Pipe Junction. It is just a little Skulk though, so not much of a loss.
And the big difference that we're seeing here, now that the Marines have jetpacks, they're able to chase down the Onos at speed and make them pay for overcommitting.
Onos pushing slightly too far into crevice there and getting picked up by that scan, and just as it finished, he's just going to wait around summit, though the Marines know he's there at this point.
Well, I'll be surprised if they don't start lobbing grenades in just like they've done there, just to flush him out.
Yep, Alien Commander could push those whips a little bit further just to knock those grenades straight out as they come back in. That's oh, exoskeleton starting research again from the Marine side. Alien's temporarily going down to 4 team res. I'm not sure what they just spent that money on. Looks like they put down another spur here, going for adrenaline.
Now the game, it's well past the 50-minute mark, and I'm just surprised, to be honest, especially after what we saw at the 30-minute mark with data core being taken out. I didn't think that the Marines had ever come back from that.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth here, a lot of stamina required from both teams, especially from the column. It's can be very fatiguing just having to continually come up with new ways to push and prod.
You just saw then, as the Onos even came into data core, then it was beacon before he even got close to that power node.
And Exos are almost finished. Probably going to see the dual minigun Exos follow straight up with 2 Marines able to afford at that point, Yaknet and Richter.
It's not something that you see very often, you know, like dual Exos, especially in competitive play. Usually it's all over by that stage that they come out.
True, and I wouldn't like to see CMA overcommit on it too. I think is perhaps okay in Summit, but if you do overcommit on the Exos and actually make those aggressive pushes with them, you are tending to put yourself in a weak position to counterattacks, as the Exos are quite slow, not able to be beaconed, and aliens can easily hit you from behind while you go and push the hive. And aliens have hives to lose at this point.
And will Free be taken down? No. I thought there for a minute that they were going to be chasing him down, but reality cleaned up the chase party.
And the dual minigun research has begun. So, yeah, I'd like to see how the CMA do handle these exo pushes. We've given them some advice in the past from some scrims we've had with them not to overcommit, but it does vary from map to map, and that was a few patches ago, so there have been changes to the exos since then.
I'm just excited to see exos in a competitive match, to be honest.
Yeah. A little bit of a change up from the tactics of the last 30 minutes there.
Just be interesting to see how they use them, whether or not they'll just make a slow push around the map, or whether they'll try and target, you know, like a certain area.
Yeah, they could be using the Exo as a defensive position, meanwhile the rest of the jetpack fast-moving Marines go out and do the push themselves.
Well, that's the big thing that Exos have to watch out about. You know, if the aliens do decide to hit data core again, that power there, and they're all beaconed back, those Exos will be very vulnerable to those Onos.
Yak has hopped into the dual minigun Exo here with Richter now getting his own. No?
No, he's not.
Looks like they're in discussion about whether or not he ought to do this. And he's opting back to go to the armory. And he's got a welder, but looks at it to back up Yak here.
That's interesting, because you think you'd have 2 Exos together. But then again, when you have 2 Exos, you really need 2 welders. So that's 4 people out of the team that are committed to pushing one area. It may leave them vulnerable to the rest of the map.
And 2 more that can't be beaconed. Looks like Yak and Richter not quite sure what to do here in Crevice.
Yeah, you can see them just milling about, sort of trying to work out what they're doing.
You're going to need to beacon the data core pretty soon, though. That will leave the Exo exposed, but it should be pretty safe with the most of the aliens on this side of the map.
Oh, and they're hitting data core very, very hard. You can see NAF's cleaning up the Marines, and the power's down.
See, this is the problem with those exos. If Yaknet was just a Marine at that point, that would be one more Marine beaconed into data core to help defend. But,
And Free may have got taken down, and that may have just changed the whole course. But with that extra, well, that less gun on the field, it's been a little less sting to that Marine attack then. Or I should say that Marine defensive.
Freems, I think, being a little eager pushing into Atrium before he's healed up by Gorge or Regen. I think he has Carapace there. And Exo is still pushing back in from Crevice. Not enough.
And Naf's
really
going to be taken down for sure.
Yeah, Freems as well.
Especially with that dual Exo coming in. But will he do the power node in time before he gets taken down?
But there'll be
wow,
no
that is close.
Yeah, there'll be no life.
Oh, they've taken it down. There was a Gorge there, bile bombing.
It is down, but they've still got the dual minigun Exo there. Most of the Marines left alive, no aliens to speak of on that side of the map. So, bit of an overcommitment there from the alien team.
But there's another Onos up.
Once again.
Once again, they're just swimming in P-res. But there's no one else with enough P-res to do it. But now they've got 3 hives, the commander can drop them at will. And especially with the amount of res nodes that they've got, you know, that they can have them coming pretty thick and fast, the Onos. And there's another 2 on the field. So I don't think
Onos.
Oh, this is going to be it for sure. This is surely.
This should have been done a while ago, but Crevice is now where all the Marines are at, while 2 Onos push in from the back. It will get beaconed.
Oh, and that's going to leave that Onos sitting there by himself.
Yeah, Naf actually swinging around to the other side of the map. He probably could have pushed in the Crevice.
Well, you think he would have gone through to Crevice and would have taken the Exo out.
Taking damage.
But Iron Priest here may go down. No, he's run away. And look at Free coming up to say hello to that Exo. And he will go down. Just.
And Sleft's going to go down as well, so that's the 2 of the 4 Onos are killed.
That attack just didn't make any sense. They had 4 Onos, and all they did was kill 1 Exo effectively with it for the price of 2 Onos. Was it worth
Onos, 2 ran in, 1 ran to the other side of the map, and 1 slowly came in from Crevice. It was strange.
You would have thought they would have coordinated a little bit better.
Yeah, probably players are getting a little bit tired at this point in the match. It is 56 minutes in, and this is the second match on this map. They've even got some maps left to go after this point. Well, Tram at least.
Oh, and there is Ragdoll off the end.
Bashed into the cliff.
Just sent down into the abyss. I just can't believe with the 4 Onos that they didn't win that. Surely this time. Naf looks like he's... No, what is he doing? Is he going for the power node? No, he's just hanging underneath the bridge while Iron Priest runs.
He's going for Marines. They need to be hitting the command station with the power node or doing some form of lasting damage here.
And Naf, who will be chased down, and will he go down?
No, they will probably need jetpacks to actually catch up to him this time.
And with only 1 chair, that is not going to happen.
Looks like we're going to reach the hour mark here in this game. Gorge now out in the field, going to back up these Onos and Crevice by the looks of things.
Well, they've got a healing station just out there in Crevice, so...
Yeah, but able to just last that little bit longer in these Atrium assaults would do a world of good for the alien team.
And look at the Onos while they're pushing Crevice. Look at the 2 Marines, they're heading through. There's 2 of them heading through to Crossroads.
Oh, that's actually very good for the alien team here.
And he's going to be taking out a little lovable Gorgie.
As the Iron Priest is taking down one of... he's taking down the arms up actually, so upgrades will be down. This is very good for continued assault upon the Marine team here.
Command station under attack.
That is 2 hits from an Onos to take down a Marine at this point. And a lot less damage being taken from the
that's it. Well, look at him. He's just absorbing so many bullets, and he's still there, but he needs to get out of there soon, though.
He's over. He's going to go down.
Yeah,
Oh, but he takes down so many.
Wow.
CMA called GG. Onos may go down from these few next respawns, but yeah, CMA have called it.
That was an epic battle. I'm just thrilled to be able to watch it.
Oh, and the 30 seconds off the 60-minute mark. Will we last to this? Will we last for the hour? Ah, no.
No, just short. Wow, that was an amazing game. Just back and forth.
Yeah, didn't know who was going to win for a while there. So that is 1-1 for both CMA and Danger on map 1 of the ENSL Week 1 games.